Okay, quickly, I just want to explain the basics of Canva account. Now, you see this stuff here is the home page. This what you are seeing right now on the screen is the home page. So when you log into the account, like this is what you see, right? Of course, your designs in your account will be different for you, but this is generally what you see, and basically, yeah, that's it. And so there is, you can click here to create a design, right? Click create design, you start creating a design. And there are many parts you can use to start creating the design. Depends on the one that works for you. There's not like this is the right way, this is the one way, right? You can click here to create a design. You can click here to create a team. Now, for creating a team, it means that people will be able to share your designs, see your designs, and more like a hub. That's what this basically means. In projects simply show you your past designs, and you can see what you've designed before. When you design stuff, things you've designed, you can access them here. And then under your projects, right? Under your projects, you can organize your project into folders, right? So you can create a folder. Let's say you can name a folder after yourself and say, okay, all my designs let them be in this folder. Or let's say you design flyers, right? You can say, okay, I want all my flyers design to be in this folder. Right, so that when you find them in the future, it's easy for you. And designs is basically the designs. They can either be in a folder or not. And then we have images. You can upload your images to Canva so that when you're designing, it's easy for you to access. You can upload your videos to. Okay, let's see each one of them. So let's see folders, right? So you see uploads, you see different templates and different folders of other persons. Now you see these folders, right? We've clicked on this folder side and we are seeing the different folders. If I come here and I click on add new, I can create a new folder, right? So I click on folder and it will ask me to name it. So I'll name it Canva, Canva Pro course. Okay. Now, if I want to share it with my team, if I have a team, I can share it. Right now, this is just my personal account. I'm just into design stuff for myself. So I'll click on continue, and I've succeeded in creating the Canva Pro course. Now I can make a copy of the folder. I can move the folder right to another folder, right? The way you normally stuff, right? I can copy it on that team. I can select items, right? And yeah, so you see what you mean by move to folder now. Right, I can move this folder to the Canva Pro course folder. Right, so you can have folders under a folder, right? Organized. Right, so that, let's say this Canva Pro course stuff now. Let's say you design Pinterest templates and you want to organize all those Pinterest pins under a folder, but everything is under the Canva Pro course. Let's say it's what you're experimenting with, what you've been testing, right? So it's under there, right? And then let's say I design what else can I design? Let's say I design profile pictures or business cards. I can organize that under business cards and put it in the Canva Pro too. So if I click on move and if I had clicked on this folder now, you see it's going to ask me move or create a folder. I can click on move to folder, or I can create a new. But we don't want to move it to the folder, so that's straightforward. Okay, so these are the different ways you can organize projects. Now you can also change the view. You can view it as a different list to show you when last it was edited, show you whether it's a folder or it's a design. And if there are people added to the design, that's if you have a team, you see it here. And you can go straight to design if that's what you want to do. You can see the different designs, yeah, and each of them organized. Right. And then you can also change it to back to grid view, right? And you see the most relevant, the newest edited, the oldest edited, or you can have, sort it out by alphabetical order, A to Z, right? Start with the very first and stuff like that. But it's going to start with numbers, then move to A, and then B, and then C, depending on how you named and organized the designs. Okay, so that's for we looked at projects. So the next thing we've looked at home. If you come to the home, basically that's it. You see all the tools and dashboard for you to create what you want to create. And then you come to projects, you see all the designs you designed in the past. And if you just decide to design now, everything will still be in the project. So you can easily access your previous designs from projects. And then the next one we'll go to is templates, right? So when we go to templates, we can see all the different templates that are there, right? You can also, in Canva, you can follow creators, right? So I'll show you what it means with this. You can follow creators, you can style your designs. Let me search for a template. Let's see. Okay, now you see this template now. Let's say I like this template, right? I can style it. When you style it, it means you favorited it. Is that a word? What it basically means is that it's part of your favorite. So if I go to my start content now, click on start content, I'll be able to see that. Yeah, I'll be able to see the design I started, right? And these are other ones that I have started in the past, right? So that way, if you see a design, well, sometimes what I do is when I want to design, I first search for the particular design I want to design, and then I go through all of them, and I just favorite all the ones I like, and then later on I use them to design, right? Rather than just picking a design, and whereas something else can be better. So we'll come back to templates, right? Okay. Now, if you see this one, now you see this icon of this person here, Christine Volberg design. So if I like this design, I would love to, each designer or creator, they design templates, and sometimes they have the same style. So I might want to view her profile and see what else she has designed in the past. I could also want to follow her, so I'll click on follow Christine, because so I'll be able to view her designs later. But I'll click on view profile, and you see this other stuff she has designed. Okay, I say, I like this one. I like this one. This one, I like her logo and branding. I like her Instagram carousel templates. Like this one is if you want to do branding for a business, right? You how a template for the logo, the color palette, and everything. Then there's Instagram. The other things she has designed. She's really great at this. Okay, so when I come back to templates, okay, come back to templates, I can see the creators I followed. So if I want to look for templates, but the templates I want to look for is just from the creators I follow, right? The people that I followed in the past. Just those are the templates I want to see. I don't want to see any other templates. I can, this is what happened here. These are the creators I followed. You can look at their stuff and see what they are up to. Then you can also see icons, different icons, right? You see what they look like, different icons. You can see all of them. You can use any one of them for designs, but they're nice, they're great, they're awesome, they're really beautiful, right? You can see those stuff, and you can see your photos. Okay, network. You can see your photos. Okay, network is a bit bad. So one of the templates you can see the templates, mind maps, prototypes. Like you sometimes you don't even have to search for this. If you know what you want to design, the template you want to design, you just go to the search bar and you search for it and you're able to find it. Now these are different photos, right? So then there's work kits. So the work kit is simply sets of tools that you use. Let's say marketing designs, sales designs, human resources designs, or creative designs, right? So these are things you can use to design for work and company and all those other things, right? See now on body orientation. So let's say you want to design a presentation to onboard new teams into your business. This is what you could do. Or grand opening event poster, right? Can use it to design poster for a business, right? And what this work kit simply means is they've kind of like made a set of custom templates for specific work use cases, right? So you can browse around and see the one you like. Career plan presentation, right? Let's say you want to do a presentation on career plan and what they should do. Company culture. These are some of the things, some of the designs that people would use in workplaces. So they just kind of created a custom templates for those use cases, and then you have templates. We've looked at templates, right? The next thing we'll go is brand. And once you are a designer and you have a brand, what you can do is you can add your logo, add your color. Okay, let's say we'll name it. Let's call it Observe Day. Okay, and what you can do is you can add, once you've created a logo, you can add the logo here. You can also add your color palette here. Once you click on this, you'll be able to add, okay, this is the color of the brand, right? You can add multiple. Say, okay, I like this one. Then if you have the logo, you can add the logo here, right? And then there's you can select the title, the font, the font for title, the font for subtitle, the body, everything that your brand. Once you the graphics you'll be using for brand, the photos you'll be brand. So once you start designing, you'll be able to access all these things easily, right? See everything, icons, logos, colors, fonts for this brand. So that's what brand kits basically is. So that when you're designing, it will ensure that you are using consistent brand color, consistent fonts, consistent everything without having to type and search for it easily. Right. So I'll show you an example of what I mean by that. So if you see this, so now that we've come to this, as remaining, we've looked at brand. Before we looked at the remaining two apps, I will show you something so that we further illustrate what this brand kit is used for. Now, I told you there are many ways you can use to start creating a design. I can start with clicking on create a design here. I can also click on this plus. It will open tabs of multiple designs for me. So if I click on plus, it will ask me what do I want to create. Let's say I want to create Pinterest design. Okay, let's click on that. Okay, okay. Once I've done that, it's taking some time to load. But okay, this is what I wanted to show you. Right, this is what I wanted to show you. See this design. Once you click on the design, you see the styles, right? Now, if you click on this drop down, you're able to select the brand you want to use. So I'll click on observe it. This is the one I want to use, and select. So you see now it has brought in the color palette. If I had customized the fonts, the title, and everything will be here. So I can easily select any one of it and use across my designs, right? Instead of having to memorize the color type, memorize the font type, and all those stuff in design. So that's what I meant by brand kit. So I just wanted to like illustrate that before we proceed. The next one we're looking at is apps. There are a lot of apps in Canva, and these apps can do a lot of things, like a lot of things. I don't think we can cover all of them, but think of a use case scenario. You can do it with what do you call this thing, with the apps in Canva. So I'll just show you some of the apps, and then later on you can play with those apps and see if they work for you. See what use cases you can use them for, so that you get a hold and see the ones that are your favorite. So you can connect your Gmail to Canva. That way you're able to bring in your designs and docs into this. And then these are some of the trending apps. Like there's voice studio. You can create a voice from text. So you see some of them new and noteworthy. There are so many apps. I mean it. Like there's so many, right? There's brand fresh, there's Twitter. You can Yes, mockups. So mockups is basically, I'll just explain some of the ones I like. Mockups is you design something, right? You see all those designs when you design something and then you see the design in a laptop, or you see the design in a book in real life, right? It's not like they actually printed the stuff or they actually put it in a laptop. It's just that they use the mockup to show it, right? So you see the stuff. Like if you were to design a book cover now, you would place the design on this book and it will look as if it's a book in real life, and be able to see how the design will look like in real life. So that's what mockup is. The other things, there are so many other tools you out there. Let me play with this voiceover stuff. I like text to speech. Let me see if it's any good. Click on use in a new design. Let's just think this. I'll search for the app again because I can't find it. To see how I accessed it, click on apps and I'm searching for it. And once it does show, I would use it. For some reason, the network is just bad and the voice studio does not allow us to play with it. So what will happen is that you can try it on your end and see if it works. It does work, but my network is just bad, so it has nothing to do with Canva. That's just the way it is. So we'll go back to the home. So we've looked at apps and we've seen so many of the apps and everything, right? Workspace essentials and stuff like that. So one of the key things I look for is once you start playing around, you see what the apps can do. Now let's look at the last section I want you to see is Dream Lab. So with Dream Lab, you can you can generate um, AI images. So these are some of the images I've designed not design. Why do I keep saying design? I've generated in the past, right? And these are the prompts I used. So what I want you to do is, first of all, before you design, make sure you select the size you want it to be. Is it 2 by 1? Is it for what will influence this? Is what where you want to use the design in? What design you want to use it for? If you want to use it for a YouTube thumbnail, a blog post banner, I would use something that's 16 by 9, right? And you click on. If you wanted to just like select it by itself, like depending on the prompt, it will change the style, right? You use smart. But if you have a particular concept and you want it to design it in that exact stuff, then you click on vector or pop art or sketch black, right? And let's see if we can generate something. Let me copy some of these prompts and just see what it makes of it. Okay, let's type it in. Just of course the prompts will be detailed and better depending on what you want to design. But let me just see what it comes out with for this short prompts that I'm giving it. Wow, wow, this is fantastic. Really fantastic. This is really nice. So with these ones, you can download the image generated, or you can edit it. You can edit it, and you can edit the image. You can create a design. You can download the image. Basically, the same thing. So that's that for the. This one is more like an announcement. Give feedback on the glow up. Learn about the glow up. Yeah, and these are like my credits for number of generation attempts I have for this month. I think 445. That's a lot. I'm hoping I'm able to finish it. Or if not, that'll be great. If it will renew the next month, I'd like to like really use all of them so I know that nothing goes to waste. So when we come back to the home, if you want to create a design, there are three channels that I currently you can currently pass through. A lot of channels, but there are three major ones. You can click on create a design and click on create a design, or you can click on this plus. It will open another tab. Like you see, these tabs, they are all designs tabs, right? And you can click on this plus, or you can click on create a design, right? And you can also search here for a template and then use that template to start your design, right? And then you can also come to this section and click on templates and then find a template and then use the design. So that's about four ways you can use to start a design. So what I want you to do for me is to just play around with the tool, open a folder and create a subfolder in the tool in Canva. What I also want you to do is to play around with this Dream Lab, design a couple of designs of images and see what they look like. Just be creative, and I'd love to see what you're able to come up with. Also, that's the second task I'm giving you to do. The third task is I want you to play around with this apps format, and I also want you to play around with this templates format, right? I want you to start some templates. I want you to follow some creators. Yeah, and the ones you really like, the ones that are really on point, and yeah, basically just play around it. Later on, we'll go into designing and the sections and what it involves to design, how to find templates, how to change the text, and how to do all those other things. Right? If you have any question, let me know. Okay, that's that for today.